Hello guys, this is Edward from HKExcel. So as you know that the 2018 IB exam and also school exam is coming soon, okay? So I'll be recording the video for tips, questions for math standard level, same as usual, yeah? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through some important question types, but of course you need to be revising the other concept and also other chapters as well, okay? So for this one, it's just I pick some questions selectively and hope we can tip some questions for your coming exam. So let's start. So first question will be on normal distribution. So this is basically a question type that must appear in your IB exam in math standard level. So let's look at the question first. The random variable x is normally distributed with the mean of 90. Yeah. So the following diagram shows the normal curve of x, so which is like this. And first thing first, you need to draw the middle line, and that represents 90, right? So that's the definition of the normal distribution. Let k be the shaded region under the curve, and to the right of 100. The area of k is 0.12. So here is 0.12. So you should remember that the area means the probability under the normal distribution curve, right? So find the probability from 90 to 100. 90 to 100, yeah? So how do you find this bit? So it's very easy. So just 0.5 minus 0.12, that will be 0.38. 0.5 minus 0.12, 0.38. Why is that? Because the normal distribution here is symmetrical, right? And also question B, so that this is what most students struggling for. So write down the probability x is bigger than 80. So where is 80? So 80 is right here. Okay, so most students stuck at here because they don't understand the concept of the normal distribution. So 90 to 100, right? So this is 10 difference, right? Okay, 80 to 90 is also 10 difference, right? So that implies they will have the same area, the 0.38 right here. So then that will be very easy, bigger than 80. So that will be all this, yeah? 0.5 plus 0.38. It's just that easy. 0.88, yeah? Okay, next question. So next question would be on sequence. So recently IB exam, okay, they like to test you out with the diagram, okay, because they know that student afraid of the diagram, also table questions, yeah. But actually this question is very, very easy, okay. So let me walk you through all this question first. So the following figures consist of the rows and columns of the squares, right? So we know that this figures is like include many squares in it, right? So the figure's forming a continuum pattern, yeah, pattern. So obviously it's about the sequences, right? So the figure 1 has 3 rows and 2 columns. So you need to be able to understand what does it mean by rows and columns, right? So rows means horizontal, so 1, 2, 3, and columns means vertical, yeah. So I know that some students confused with these two words. So 3 columns, 3 rows, and then 2 columns, right? Okay, and for this is 4 rows and 3 columns, right? Okay, so you understand the background of the question right here. And each small square has the area of 2 cm square, right? So we know that this will be 2 cm square, this will be 2 cm square as well, yeah? So let A be the total area of the figure n. So this one would continue, and then to figure n, yeah? So the following table gives the first 4 values of an. So n stands for the number 1, figure 1, and an is 12. Okay, an is the total area. So why is it 12? Okay, so you know that in total, how many squares do you have right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6, right? Times 2. Each of the square would be 2 cm square. Do you know that? Okay, do you understand that? So 6 times 2, then that will be 12, right? So it's just that easy. So basically, it's just the number of squares times the area of each square, right? So let's look at figure 2, then you will understand more. So how many do you have? So you don't need to count it one by one. You just need to multiply the row with columns, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you know that 3 times 4, okay, or 4 times 3. Then you have 12, okay, squares. And then you multiply each area, then you multiply that by 2. You have 24. It's just that easy. So number 3. So you know how many rows right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. And then you multiply that by 2 because you know that each square would be 2 cm square, right? So 20 times 2, that'll be 40. That's it. And then figure 4. So you know how to solve this because you know that this following a pattern. So figure 4, yeah? So you can tell me right now. So this would be 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows, and obviously this would be how many rows? So you know that will be 6 rows, yeah? And how about the columns? 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So as we know that, how do we calculate the number of squares? 6 times 5, that will be 30 squares, right? But that's not the area because each square is 2 cm. It's 2 cm square. So multiply 30 by 2, that will be 60. Do you get that? Yeah? Okay, and then finally, find the expression of an in terms of n. So this is what most students think this is difficult, yeah? Because they know how to find the specific area, but they don't know how to find the general form for the area. So how do you do that? So first you need to figure out how do you form the area of the figure, right? So we're actually doing the same steps. It's always the number of rows times the number of columns, right? And then times the 2 cm square. Yeah, you get that? Okay, so but the problem is that we need to find out the UN term of the row and also the UN term of the column. What does it mean by the UN? UN means the general term, okay? So this kind of question appears in 2015 and 2016 as well. So you know that the coming trend will be all on the general term. So this time, I'll tell you the trend later. Okay, so let's solve this question first. So for the row and column, so if I write out the number of rows, so this is 3, 4, and then 5, right? Okay, so 3, 4, and then 5, and then the columns, you know that is 2, 3, 4, right? So 2, 3, and 4, and so on. Yeah. So what kind of pattern is it? So obviously it's arithmetic sequence. Okay, but if you don't get what sequence is it, then obviously you have to go through my sequence video. Okay, so this is very, very simple stuff. So then UN, take out your data booklet, or if you remember that, then that would be UN is equal to U1 plus N minus 1 times D, right? So just plug in the number. Why do we need to find the general terms? Because you want to find out the general term for the area. So the general term for row and column, if you multiply this 2 in terms of n, and then multiply by 2, then you get the answer. Okay, so we'll do it right now. So U1 is the first term, right? So let us find out the general term for row. Then U1 is just 3 plus n minus 1 times d. So d is just 1. Okay, so don't plug in any number for n, yeah, because you want to find a general term. Whenever you're asked to find a general term, always keep n, okay, as unknown, right? So if you sub in number, then you will be finding out the specific term. Let's say if you sub in 1, then you'll be finding the first term, right? Okay, that's not what you want. So 3 plus n minus 1, that will be 2 plus n. And then the column of un, okay, easy. So doing the same steps. So 2 plus n minus 1 times 1, then that will be 2 minus 1, that will be 1 plus n. Okay, so how do you find out the general term, a general area term? So that will be just row. So just plug in the number, right? So just plug in the term. I mean, so 2 plus n, 1 plus n, and then times 2. Okay, so of course you can simplify that. Okay, but you can just keep it like this. An is equal to this, right? So in a factorized form, yeah. Or you can open all the bracket up. Okay, but that won't earn you like extra mark. Yeah. So that's it for the part 1. Okay, for the rest of the question, I still have got a few questions left. Yeah, so that is also very important. So if you want to get access to the video, so you can click the link below. Okay, so I hope the video here you'll find this helpful, and hope to see you in the next video. Yeah.